gaze upon murder's progeny, child?
His most ill-trusted zealots.
His faithful departed.
Prodigal servants. Each returns to do his bidding eternally.
No, this city is not your home. This man's infamy is known to you. And his presence sparks dread in the pit of your stomach. Before you is Sarevok Arnchev, a Baalist who almost brought Baldur's Gate to ruin a century ago.
This is the court of the Dread Lord's Tribunal. I am its custodian. Here come those who seek to transcend, aspirants of his most profane order, the would-be unholy assassins of Baal. But these are not aspirants. You have brought traitors of Baal into our midst. Harper Worm, the abdicating hero. Your keen sense for this city has withered in your absence. And you, man of stone, as you stood a statue, a helpless ornament, your city warped, changed, became ripe for the plucking.
Sarevok, Baal's least favorite son. Still tied to Daddy's apron strings, I see.
The history they share may be long gone, but the threat of violence between them is as fresh as newly spilled blood. Neither party will let the other walk out of here alive.
What purpose do you have in bringing these heretics to the court of Baal? Speak, or death will be your final word.
Okay, first off, I am very happy we're finally here. I'm very happy that the spoilers of me knowing he is in the game somewhere have finally reached this point. But let me lay down the problems that I have with this in general. One, did the epilogue from TOB get retconned? Wasn't Sarevok supposed to be free of Baal's influence and all the other bullshit? He was a free man who redeemed himself, fighting alongside Abdel to destroy Amelisan and all of that crap at the end of Throne of Baal. You know, the final plot, right? And then he just wanted no part of city life with his brother and decided to just, you know, travel east just fighting strong people and then just disappear into history, right? Wasn't that his canonical ending? Why is he here? Are they going to reveal to us that Baal was strong enough to go and find his last living child, although the essence of Baal was removed from him, that he went and found his last living child and say, hey, guess what, buddy? We got work to do. And then kind of coerced him back into it? And also just my issue with the old companions' voice actors. Yes, they are doing a wonderful job. I do not blame them for their work in general, but it's just, they don't compare to the originals. I used to love the VA of Sarevok whenever you played with him in Throne of Baal. He was one of the best voice actors I have ever heard, and he played that part so well. And it's just, I don't know, hearing this, to me, it doesn't fit. I can tell the effort. I can see, you know, the work that went into this, but still, it doesn't feel right to me. Moreover, just the possibility of a retcon, everything involved. I am happy to see the other three there. We know about Elisera at the beginning of Throne of Baal. We know about Amelisan at the end of Throne of Baal. And then Sendai, I guess they just had to pick a third. And Sendai works as a more interesting pick versus the monk, the dragon, and all the other Baal spawn we had to kill. Yagashura definitely is not a good pick for this area. That boy is too big. But yeah, I will say though, this is very interesting in the fact that us just having the old companions with us completely changes the trajectory of this encounter. Moreover though, what's surprising is that he doesn't really know who we are, it seems. Oh man, I wish we're about to get answers. I truly do. Okay, I dug it up. Forgive me, I'm gonna read it because this is just bothering me too much. And I also wanna make sure that I remember this correctly. In the epilogue, or Sarevok from Throne of Ball back in the day, in the years following his resurrection by your character, because that is part of the story. You can choose to resurrect him at the beginning of the game. Sarevok never settled in any one place for long. In Betterdusk, he is said to have routed an army of invading orcs, displaying such fearsome power and rage that terrified locals weren't sure whom to fear more. In Westgate, he arrived as conqueror, brutally enforcing his will only to mysteriously vanish months later. He acted like a man that did not know himself, and all the stories agreed that Sarevok was a tortured soul, balancing between life and death, never to achieve either. Eventually he disappeared, said to have assaulted the abyss itself, or even taken his own life. In truth, he journeyed to Karatur to bury his one true love, the warrior Tamako. He never returned though the stories endure. Okay, so yeah, there we go. I remembered a little incorrectly, but still, Karatur, if you look at the Sword Coast, is way, way to the east. It is basically the Asia of Toril, like that, because that is where, I'm sure if y'all played the original games, you know about that connection and that backstory with Tamako. But anyways, it doesn't make sense. He was free. He was redeemed based on the actions of Throne of Ball. The character development struggle continued up until the epilogue, basically. And it's just like, he fades to history off in the East. And it's just, why is he back here? Why is he back in the city? Why has he resumed BG1 evil Sarevok status? Like, just, I need answers. And it is just killing me inside because I fear I might not. Okay, let's actually play the damn game.
Simple. We beat him about the brow and butt until he was dead.
Sarevok once fancied himself Baal's chosen, until we put him in his place. Feel no shame for forgetting him. History shall do the same.
These two have long meddled in my affairs, and my father's.
That alone is making me lose hope.
Do not parley with this madman.
Sarevok once had his chance to taste of goodness, but he spat it back out. Now he made taste boot leather instead.
You speak of the past. I speak of the future. Well, aspirant, do the shades of yesterday speak for you too? There are two paths to the Temple of Baal. To carve your devotion into flesh, or to be the carcass that is carved upon.
Oh, you can betray them here. Oh, that's nuts. It would be fitting in a way if you were trying to be an evil ballist. We have to stick to our guns this playthrough. I need answers.
You get to my age, you have already done everything. Be my guest.
We have already smashed Sarevok's soul from his body once. Boo says it is your turn.
And so, the Harper and the idiot Ranger raised their weapons against Sarevok once more. Your hubris will be your undoing, as it was once mine. Only this time, you will fall. And Baal will have his offering by my hand.
Oh my god. So this is a retcon. They completely spat in the face of everything that happened in Throne of Ball. Or they're retconning that game's ending. Ah, god. I'm upset. I'm trying not to be, but I'm upset. That's just... Oh. If you haven't played the old games yet, go do it. And when you get to Throne of Ball, recruit Sarevok and put him on the path to redemption. You will love him. He was such a great character. And now, it don't matter anymore. It really doesn't. Part of me is still holding out a tiny bit of hope that if we do join them as an evil character, maybe we could learn more backstory, but like that is for future Kevin to discover in the Dark Urge playthrough. But for now, we gotta fight. Also, what the fuck is this? We were all standing together at this little altar thingy, this little pedestal. Why are they back there? Valerian, I love you guys, but you did this during the Gortash speech too. Why is it like this? I will say this at the very, very least. Background lore, because of everything that was happening with the supplements between Descent into Avernus, Murder in Baldur's Gate, you know, everything in the back concerning the lore. I would take this whole tribunal, plus, you know, the time skip, right, as just a show of how much Baal has truly regained his power without regaining what was locked away on Mount Celestia at the end of Throne of Baal, which in a way is alarming, but then again, murder is murder, and murder is going to be forever a part of the Sword Coast. Like I said, let's get into this. I gotta let it go. I gotta let it go. Smackadoo, I hit you, Sarevok. Oh, I didn't realize. Okay, Sentinel has been doing work even when I wasn't watching. Hopefully this does it. Aha! So the last guy back there dropped. Maybe if we did gang up on him, all four of us, this probably would have went more smoothly. But it looks like the echoes are still there. Hallelujah, that went a whole lot smoother than I was actually anticipating. Page from Sarevok's book. A page torn from what appears to be a memoir by Sarevok Anchev. The blood of Baal must never be wasted, only multiplied. I knew it from the moment of her birth, and every day thereafter. I watched the babe become a woman, Helena, my shape-shifting beauty, my daughter, and Baal's waiting womb. In her I planted my Lord's seed, and thus did we beget the blood lamb Orin, and the child of my child. And Baal's sacrifice is waiting. I did not know that it would be Orin that Baal favored, not Helena. But it matters not. Orin would help to bring forth a new birth in Baal's name, a world baptized in blood. What the fuck is this? Oh my god, it further tramples over the connections he had with Tomoko and all the other stuff. Oh my god. I mean, that's fitting for Baal cultist and all that jazz, but like, holy hell. I got some feelings about this place, oh man. But is that it for this area though? Are we done? I think I'm just gonna park things here. I'm gonna park things here. I got a lot of feelings about Sarevok and everything about this place, but as always, if you enjoyed this content, please subscribe to the channel. And until next time, y'all stay safe out there. Bye bye.